They say gold can buy a crowd, but it cannot buy a witness. I handed 3 of my oldest friends a blank check of absolute privilege for 72 hours, expecting a celebration of sisterhood. Instead, what 2 of them did behind my back completely shattered my heart. But what the quietest one spent it on changed my life forever. Welcome back to Real Narrative, your home for the most gripping, emotional, and life-changing stories on the internet. If you love deep, meaningful drama, please hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video right now. Your support truly means the world to our team. Don't forget to share this story with your friends and loved ones and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a single upload. Thank you so much for riding with us. Now, sit back, relax, and let's dive right into today's story. The Lagos sun set over the Lekki-Ikoyi link bridge like a burning coin, scattering brilliant gold reflections across the murky waters of the lagoon below. Up on the 20th floor of her private penthouse, Tiwa Solarin stood against the floor-to-ceiling glass windows, a crystal glass of untouched champagne sweating in her hand. She wore a simple white linen lounge dress. No makeup, no heavy gold jewelry. Her hair pulled back into a neat, unpretentious puff. To the rest of Nigeria, she was the undisputed queen of African fashion. Her label, Solarin Haute, was worn by Hollywood starlets, oil barons, and global icons. Her face had graced the covers of Vogue Africa and Forbes. But up here, surrounded by minimalist Italian marble and priceless minimalist art, the silence was suffocating. Her phone buzzed on the marble counter. It was an Instagram notification. Chloe had tagged her in a post.
Chloe had tagged her in a throwback photo from their university days at Unilag. This caption read, "Me and my multi-billionaire bestie, day ones forever, sisters, soulmate, blessed." Alo was locked at the screen, her lips twisting into a melancholic, humorless smile. She didn't reply. Just that morning, she discovered an old notebook belonging to her late mother, a woman who had spent 40 years selling wholesale textiles in the chaotic markets of Lagos. On the first page, her mother's elegant handwriting read, "Tiwa, gold can buy a crowd, but it cannot buy a witness. When the storm fumes, the people who only care for the music will run away. Find the sister who sits with you when the room is dark and silent." The words felt like a direct indictment of her current life. She was surrounded by a court of beautiful parasites. She decided that she was done guessing who loved her and who loved the proximity to her throne. It was time to give them exactly what they wanted and see who they truly were. The next afternoon, the music was loud and the laughter was expensive at Shiro, a high-end restaurant in Victoria Island. They sat at a private corner table with her 3 closest friends from university, Chloe, Kemi, and Funmi. Chloe was dressed in an incredibly loud designer dress, her phone mounted on a small tripod right next to her plate as she live-streamed her meal to 2 million followers. Kemi sat straight-backed in a razor-sharp emerald blazer, her eyes constantly scanning the VIP room, calculating the net worth of every oil executive who walked through this door. Only Funmi sat quietly, wearing a simple, neatly pressed Ankara dress, laughing softly at her beta. "Babes, this sea bass is spectacular," Chloe squealed, flexing a glittery ring finger.
We need to do a video later showing the girls how we've been rocking together since our broke school days.
Yes, it's good for the brand optics, Kemi added smoothly, taking a sip of her cocktail. By the way, I saw that your international expansion treaty with the French consortium is stalling. I have a few high-level contacts who can grease the wheels if you let me handle the strategy. Tiwa was smiling, placing her champagne glass down. Actually, girl, I brought you all here because I want to give you a gift. I am taking a 3-day complete digital detox starting tonight. No calls, no work decisions. And because you've all been complaining that I work too much, I'm handing the keys of my life over to you for the weekend. She reached into her luxury handbag and pulled out 3 matte black, unbranded digital passes. She placed them on the table. These are Solarin Haute VIP black passes, Tiwa announced coyly. For the next 72 hours, you have completely unlimited access to my flagship showroom at Lekki One. You can take any piece of haute couture you want, unleashed or archived, to my private jet, my yacht, my villa, even access to my personal digital concierge book, my personal network of international investors. Spend my money, use my team, and elevate yourselves. No questions will be asked. Chloe literally gasped, snatching her pass off the table before Tiwa could even finish speaking. Oh my God, Tiwa, are you serious? The unreleased metallic collection? Oh, I'm going to break the internet this weekend. Kemi's eyes narrowed into a sharp, predatory focus as she gracefully picked up her card. This is incredibly strategic, Tiwa. Very generous of you. I'll make sure it's utilized to maximum efficiency. Funmi looked at the black card resting in front of her, her brows furrowing with deep hesitation. Tiwa, please, what is this for? You know I don't go to these fancy Lekki parties. I don't need your clothes or your billionaire contacts. My life is at the school. Just take it for me, Tiwa said gently, covering her friend's hand with her own. Do whatever your heart tells you to do with it for 3 days. Consider it a thank you for being in my life. By Saturday evening, Tiwa sat in the dark surveillance room of her main studio, drinking black coffee. Beside her sat her head of security and digital systems, an ex-intelligence officer named Bodi. On the screens before them, a private concierge application was live tracking every single movement, transaction, and communication initiated by the black passes. Now, the experiment is live. Let's see what happens next.